She speaks softly, not to the world, but to time itself, the witness of every quiet heartbeat that ever lived between them. She stands before memories like someone opening a chest of old letters, each carrying the fragrance of a life once shared, once dreamed, once believed, destined to last forever. And so she begins, I speak today, not to rewrite the past, not to question fate, but because silence has carried too many stories in its fragile hands. There was a time when two souls uh, walked side by side, not as rulers, not as names in headlines, but as two human beings trying to understand the weight of destiny and the meaning of love. He was the wind, gentle, wandering, always searching for horizons that stretched beyond what the eye could see. And I was the quiet evening, calm, reflective, hoping the wind would find a home in the stillness I carried within me. We met not in palaces, not under golden chandeliers, but in the simplicity of shared moments, words exchanged without calculation, dreams shared without fear, and a future imagined with the innocence of hearts untested by real life. Our love was not the dramatic kind that poets exaggerate and storytellers glorify. It was simple, like the hush of dawn before the sun touches the desert sands. It was steady, like footsteps on dunes that shift but still guide. And it was hopeful, like young falcons learning to trust the sky. But even in softness, love can be challenged by the storms that life brings. We learned quickly that affection is not always enough to survive the demands of duty, the expectations of families, the weight of the crown, and the unspoken truth that some paths do not stay parallel forever. He tried with sincerity, with kindness, with a heart that never meant harm. And I tried with patience, with grace, with the determination of someone who wished to build something lasting, but destiny has its own compass. And sometimes even two good people are not meant to stand in the same chapter for too long. People asked, did you love him? Some whispered, did he love you? Others wondered, was it real? Let me answer without hesitation. Yes, there was love, not the dramatic kind that breaks mountains and rewrites legends, but the quiet kind that teaches you how to grow, how to forgive, how to understand the tenderness and the limits of the human heart. He was gentle, he was respectful, he was a man carrying the weight of an entire nation and still finding space to speak kindly to the woman beside him. Our love was not a movie, not a headline, not a mystery for the world to decode. It was two people trying to learn what it means to belong to themselves and to each other, and discovering that sometimes those two things cannot see when our paths began to drift. It was not with anger, not with betrayal, not with bitterness. It was with the quiet understanding that life sometimes asks us to release what we once held dear. He walked forward toward responsibilities that grew heavier as time continued its march, and I stepped aside, not in defeat, but in acceptance, carrying with me the lessons of everything we lived. There is grace in letting go without hatred. There is maturity in acknowledging that endings are not failures. And there is peace in remembering without wishing to return. I spoke no accusations, carried no resentment, harbored no shadows in the corners of my heart.